What's up guys, today we're going to be going over this Che type of animated GIF effect that has been originated by Noahsocold, Poppygavin, so shout out to them, and became a style of effect that's been getting more popular and popular into the whole underground scene, just in the music video scene in general. Just before we start, I need to let you know about my brand new editing pack, New Wave Effects. New Wave Effects allows you to get those grungy transitions, those clean flash transitions, and basically all of the effects that emulate that new wave aesthetic that you're gonna see from artists like K Suave, Summers, Laser Dim, and even Che. So many effects out there that are a bit overused, that kind of feel tacky now. I made sure to make a preset pack with effects that are extremely unique and really fit that new wave aesthetic. So if that interests you, it'll be available in the description. And for supporting the channel and watching the video, I even left a discount code. So make sure to check that out. With that said, let's get straight into the video. All right, so this is the clip that we're gonna use. This is a clip from Che's I Rot music video. And basically what we want to do, we're gonna mask the face and then we're gonna add some hands, give it that kind of jittery feel and low quality new wave aesthetic, if that makes sense. So the first thing that we're gonna do is create a mask around his face. What is really nice about this shot is that he's not moving a lot, so we can just make a mask with the pen tool. You can select G and then we're gonna start clicking. We're gonna start making curves right here around his face. You can press Alt to adjust these right there, the curves. There we go. Basically just make it round. So now we have this. The edges are going to be a bit harsh, so what we want to do is press F, go into mask properties and make the mask feather maybe something like 11. That is perfect. And what I'm going to add to that, we're going to give him like some big googly eyes. We're basically just gonna go full in on the creativity, get funny looking, because that's what this aesthetic is about, is just making it playful and just not too serious. So I dragged liquefy onto the layer, and then we're gonna select this right here, and then it's gonna inflate whatever we click on. So as you can see, I made the eyes bigger. So when that's done, now we're gonna import our hands. This is an image that I found, so we're gonna mask the hand out of that and incorporate it into our scene. So I'm gonna grab the pen tool once again, and then we're gonna go around it. You can always adapt the mask if there are some areas that is kind of like not accurate. I think I'm gonna do the same thing, press F and kind of play with the feather a little bit. There we go. So now that that's done, drag that layer close to his face. Let's press S and reduce the scale a little. Press Y, make the anchor point below. That way, when we rotate, it's gonna rotate like this. If we didn't, it would have done something like that, which we don't want. It doesn't make sense. So yeah, put the anchor point right here. And then we're just gonna make some small adjustments. Let's drag tritone effect and make the midtones kind of close to our subject. Let's look for a bit of brown. Yeah, something like that is better. There we go. Now we can duplicate the hand and put it to the other side. Also, what you can do is drag the lumetri color effect onto the bottom layer, the faces layer. It's kind of dark, so we're just gonna increase the exposure a little, just like this. There we go. And then let's do Command A to select everything, press P to go into the position, and then we're just gonna center this. There we go, very good. So now we're gonna create our text behind that says Che. Let's create a new text layer by doing Command T. Let's type Che. And then we're gonna change the font to, let's say, Helvetica. Kind of preparing for this tutorial, I found that it looked pretty cool. And then what we can do is really stretch it out. That might be too much, we'll see. We're just gonna adjust it, something like that. Let's duplicate it, Command D, and leave another layer right here. And both of the layers, we can put it under everything. I think we're gonna make the layer squeeze even more on the X properties because I want to let some space. Let's delete that one. We're just gonna do Command D. There we go. That way it's more like centered. And then I'm just gonna reduce the feather a little bit. There we go. So now the next step that we're gonna do is animate the head and the hands as well. Let's do it. So in order to do that, let's just rename our layers. Let's say face, and then this one H. Let's type H. Oh, okay, that's good. And then we're gonna select all of those three layers. Let's pre-compose them and call it subject. Now let's go into our pre-composition by clicking twice, and then you have the face right here. So we're gonna start by making the face's rotation 6 degrees. Let's keyframe it at the beginning. Let's go a bit further on, and then let's put it 7 or 6 degrees back. Can make this a bit closer. Yeah, something like that. That looks good. And usually I use all of my keyframes, but this style, it's normal that it's choppy. It doesn't need to be perfect. So we're gonna keep it like that. Now we're gonna loop our keyframes, so it just keeps looping and looping. We're gonna press Alt and then click on the stopwatch right here. And then let's type loop out. Let's select this one, enter. And then it's just gonna keep looping and looping. Pretty cool effect. Now for our left hand, we're gonna start at -6 degrees. Now let's just follow like the same timing with the keyframes. It could be at 7. Then let's copy this one, Command C, Command V. And then once again, let's do Alt click, loop out. There we go. And now we're just gonna do the opposite with the right hand. Let's start it at 14 degrees, and then -12 in the middle, and at the end, back to its previous position. Alt click, loop out. There we go. So I think what we might do is just make the right hand a bit closer and maybe not make these as harsh. I think we're gonna do 7 degrees and then -7 as well, back to 7. All right, now that works. We're also gonna animate the hand scaling as well. So let's press S on the right. You can keyframe and then press U. We're gonna see the timing of the rotation as well, since we want to match that. So at the beginning, let's make it 80, and then let's make it 70, and then 80. Let's do it for the left one as well, but we're gonna do the opposite. So 70 right here, in the middle 80, and then 70. So now it's kind of doing that motion right here. Not doing the middle fingers because I don't know, I don't feel like you guys deserve that. So yeah, now it looks like this. We just need to loop out our expressions once again. There we go. So now we have this. If we want, we can also take it a step further, make the layers 3D, and then create a new null object. And then let's shift click to select all of these. And then let's link it to this. So that means that whatever this does, it's gonna follow. All of the layers are gonna follow. So I just want to do a slight motion of rotation on the y-axis, maybe something like 20%, and then in the middle maybe 17, 20. Alt click, loop out. So now we get more depth. It looks very funny, very cool. So now let's go back into the composition. So the effect looks very cool just like that, but those kind of effects I've noticed that really looks cool when it's kind of on low quality, basically when the image is a bit distorted. So we're gonna try and do just that. So let's create a new adjustment layer. Then we're gonna select the effect mosaic. Then we can make that 300 by 300, let's say. So now you get this pixelated kind of look. It's very nice. And you can also add to that a posterized time effect, so it's more choppy if we make that 8. As you can see, now we're really getting the effect that we want. So if you like effects just like this, little shameless plug, I think you would love some effects out of my new wave effects pack. Let's say if we just remove this adjustment layer, we create a new one, just go down there to our animation presets, and now you have all of these really fire presets. And if you want those distorted kind of effects, we have brain melt. That is a very fire preset. You just drag it onto the adjustment layer. And now as you can see, it kind of melts. It's really like that effect that you see in those Che videos. That looks so fire. That's so trippy. And we even have it for the x-axis as well. Just like that. So if you're looking for your edits to stand out, it really matched the new wave style. That is definitely the move. We'll show you a couple of others. We have Florida Grunge. I am a big fan of that one. Look at those colors, the grunge, the grain. We even have crime scene right there. So real quick, I just want to show you like how it would look on some normal footage, let's say from a music video. I dragged the clip of the iRod video. You get this crazy distortion happening. It's so fire. We can try it out with the XY as well. I even have another that's called Brain Rot Stretch X. You really get this pixelated stretching aesthetic. So if you're looking to elevate your visuals and really match that aesthetic, I really recommend it. The link will be available in the description. And also don't forget your discount before checking out. So if you don't have the new effects pack, you can also just do a mosaic effect. As I said, make it 300 by 300 so you get that pixelated look, and add some posterized time, and you're still gonna have a pretty good result. Just like that. Posterized time, 8 frames per second. That looks really cool. But for our final result, I think I'm gonna stick with one of my presets right here, Rain Melt Y. Now let's look at our final result. So that was it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and if it brought you any value, please consider subscribing. And please let me know in the comments what type of tutorials you would like me to cover next. If you still feel like learning, you can watch this video right there. I'll see you there. Peace.